Before the video starts, I'd like to mention my Patreon that I now have, but it's currently a work in progress. Just go to patreon.com/Yoshisic or check the link in the description. Now let's jump into the video.
Alright, what is up, Chad? It is Yoshi here, and welcome back to another episode. Today, we are here at Park Street. We are currently chilling outside of the station. And we are just chilling on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. So, what are we doing today? Today we are going to be exploring Symphony Station. Now, for those of you who are wondering, why are we going to explore specifically Symphony Station? Out of all the Green Line stations to explore, why specifically Symphony Station? So, the reason why we are exploring Symphony Station, that station is set to be closed for exactly 3 years, from, I believe, May 30th all the way to June of 2029. So, because of that, I feel like it's best if we explore Symphony Station, take a look at it, and see what the station looks like. And then 3 years later, once the station gets rebuilt, we can see on how well they improved Symphony Station. Kind of like a before and after comparison type of video. So this will be the before of the whole remodeling of Symphony Station. So we will explore Symphony Station today. How I do it is I will give my first impressions. I've been to Symphony Station before, but it's actually been quite a while since I last been to Symphony Station. So this will be like a kind of like a new refresh to explore Symphony Station. But I will explore as much as I can around the Symphony Station, so in the interior and hopefully the exterior, and be able to get as much footage as I can during my exploration of Symphony Station. And then afterwards, I will head out and I will review Symphony Station, give my honest view of Symphony Station, and I will rate the station out of 100 based on so let's see here. I'm going to rate the station based on accessibility, creativity, and I guess the structure. So creativity, accessibility, and structure. So let's go over those. Creativity. So creativity based on how creative the station can get based on like art or any like special features the station offers, kind of something like that, to keep the passengers kind of what's that word? Let's see. Fulfilled in the transportation, I guess. Second would be accessibility. Obviously, most stations, if not all stations on the MBTA are accessible. So, we're going to see if Symphony Station has a good wide range of accessibility or limited accessibility. We do not know yet. And 3, the structure. Basically, it's kind of straightforward as it is. Structure of Symphony Station, of how it looks through the eye, and see if it looks unappealing or kind of all outdated, kind of something like that. So basically, how the structure looks in the station, and whether or not if it's unappealing or if it just doesn't look good to date in today's times. But otherwise, this should be an interesting video. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider liking this video and comment down below. What do you guys want to see more in the future? Do you guys want to see more bus rides? Do you guys want to see more explorations? Do you guys want to see more bus actions? Let me know down in the comments. And subscribe so we can get to 2,000 subscribers. And yes, at one point I did say I was gonna announce my name, or at least like let you guys know, my subscribers, my real name. But I feel like I want to actually give a little bit more time, a little bit more time. So if we can get 2,000 subscribers, then I will announce my name. I will let you guys know what my real name is. Because obviously, Yoshi's not my real name. But you guys have known me for the past almost 6 years by now, or at least 7 years. Well, 7 years if it's considered in December 2026. You guys have referred to me as Yoshi. Unless you're my close friends and you actually know my real name, or you call me a nickname. But otherwise, you guys should be calling me Yoshi. There is no other nickname but Yoshi. So, if we can get 2,000 subscribers, then I will announce my real name. And my real name is interesting. I'll tell you that much. And my real name is very interesting that you probably don't believe it at first. But that's just a spoiler. I will not say any more about this. But again, if you guys want to know what my real name is, we gotta hit 2,000 subscribers. We are a quarter of a way there. So let's hope that we can get to that amount. It could be in a month. It could be half a year. It could be a year. Who knows? But I will make the promise. If we can get 2,000 subscribers, at some point, I will say my real name. My first name, obviously. I'm not going to say any more besides my real name. But, for now, just still refer to me as Yoshi. Unless we do surpass 2,000 subscribers and you know what my real name is. But otherwise, let's make that into the works. But anyways, let's talk about how we're going to get to Symphony Station from here. Currently, right now, it is currently 1:43. It is currently 1:43 p.m. right now. So, what I want to do is two things. I either want to get food, because I was out a little bit more earlier in the day, and I haven't gotten any food yet. Or two, I can just go straight to Symphony Station and kind of just start the exploration from there. But I will make a decision between 1:45 and 2 p.m. And then from there, I will either get McDonald's, because I have a bunch of deals I can use and I can save money. Or two, just go straight to Symphony Station and start the exploration from there. But again, I will try my best to get as much pictures and much footage as I can of Symphony Station. But I cannot guarantee if I can get every single angle or every single section of Symphony Station. So I do apologize in advance if I don't get every single section of Symphony Station. But let's talk about Symphony Station. Why is Symphony Station getting closed? So, to take a look, let's look at the MBTA excerpt. Don't mind Buddy, he's just joining in because he's very hypocritical. So let's see here. If we look on the green line, let's see here. Okay, so this is from the MBTA website. This is the official MBTA website. So, to accommodate this critical work beginning June 6th, which ironically is actually not June 6th. So here's the catch. So they say they'll start on June 6th. It's actually on May 30th because there's actually going to be two different closures. Obviously, the first one we already all know is the Symphony Station closure, which is going to be closed for 3 years. The second closure is actually the E line, but they don't put it as May 30th. They say they'll actually begin on June 6th, when in reality, it's on May 30th. They'll close it on May 30th, but I'm pretty sure they're supposed to do some stuff before they can actually start construction and begin like the whole remodeling and whatnot. So it will probably take them a week to actually begin the construction. So in this case, it's actually closed on May 30th, but in reality, they won't actually start until June 6th. So just keep that in mind. The station will be closed Saturday, May 30th. After Friday, Saturday, it will be closed completely. Symphony Station will be closed to riders for nearly 3 years. During this time, Green Line E branch trains will bypass the station, meaning trolleys will operate through the station in both directions but will not stop. Riders who typically board or disembark at Symphony can instead board or disembark at Northeastern University or Prudential, which are 0.3 miles away or about a 5-minute walk from Symphony. Riders are encouraged to instead consider traveling on an orange line at Massachusetts Avenue, which is a 3-minute walk or 0.1 miles from Symphony. You can also use the Route 39, which operates parallel to the E branch in both directions along Huntington Avenue. But the catch is you have to get off. If you want to get off to get to Symphony Station on the 39, you have to get off specifically at Gainsborough Street, because that is the nearest station. That's the nearest bus stop you can get to walk to Symphony Station, because the 39 goes below a road. But if you get off at Gainsborough Street, you'll be able to walk above, and you can see the station just right over there. Or in this case, if you're trying to board the 39 from Symphony, you could technically just board at Prudential or Northeastern University. But I would probably say you should board at Northeastern University, because the station and the bus stop are both right near each other, so it's easier to figure out where it is. Prudential, it does take a little bit to get to, but it's not that far. But I feel like Northeastern University is just straightforward, and it's right there. They are both right there. The train stop is right here, and the bus stop's right here. You can just literally just walk, and then boom, right there to the 39. Riders can find more information through station signage, public announcements, and on Twitter, or X, is what we call it nowadays. Riders are reminded that the Green Line E branch service will also be suspended the week prior to the station outage, May 30th to June 5th, between Government Center and Key Street, to continue the installation of the Green Line train protection system infrastructure. Located in one of Boston's busiest cultural and historical neighborhoods, the 85-year-old Symphony Station is ready to be upgraded into a safer, fully accessible station featuring 4 new elevators and many other station enhancements. To accommodate these important safety and accessibility upgrades, Symphony will close for 35 months, with Green Line trains bypassing the station in both directions while construction takes place. Regular Green Line service to all the E branch stations will continue during this time period. And there you go. So, yeah, it seems like from what they said, it's not reliable. So, who knows? Maybe it might not be reliable. Maybe it will be reliable. I don't know. But anyways, we will head to Park Street soon, and I will sit here for a little bit more just so that I can enjoy this environment. It is a nice environment out here. It is nice. It's like 80 degrees out here. I'm currently sitting in the shades. Not too bad for like 80-degree weather. It's really nice, you know. Not too blazing hot, and it's like, well, not too blazing hot because we're sitting in the shade, obviously. But it's just overall nice, and it's not really like a bizarre oversight. But anyways, I will sit here for a couple more minutes, decide on what to do, and then from there, we will take the Green Line E to Symphony Station, and then from there, we can begin exploring the station and give my honest opinion about it. And then from there, so we will take the E train at Park Street to Symphony Station. We will go explore the station. I will try to take as much pictures and possibly videos as I can. And then after that, I will give my honest review about Symphony Station, rated out of 100, based on creativity, the structure, and the overall accessibility, and then give my future predictions on what the station could look like. And afterwards, I will continue on with the rest of my day. The reason why I did this specifically today is because I didn't really have much to really plan. Usually what I do in most of these adventures is I kind of just go for buses. Specifically the D4LS because they are said to be retired between summer and spring of 2027. So I want to be able to get as much D4LS videos as I can and be able to share with you guys, because obviously the D4LFs are probably the second to last good buses that we actually have out there, because to be honest, the hybrids are very poor in this regard. I'm not hating on the hybrids, it's just the past 10 years we've been getting the same orders every single time. 2014 we got in the Excelsior hybrids, and then in 2016 we got the CNGs, but they're kind of almost the exact same thing, but not really. And then you have the 2017 hybrids, and then you got the 2019 to 2020 hybrids, and then you have another batch of hybrids, which is just the 3100s, which in my opinion I think that's pretty good, not gonna lie. And then you have the 3200s and the 3300s, which is basically Albany's versions of the hybrids, except they just have a rear camera now. And then you have the 42 and 4300s, which are electric buses. They're not hybrid, but they're electric. But it still is just very plain and very boring. So that's why I always try to go and pursue to get all these D4LFs. But without that out of the way, I don't want to bore you guys too much. I will see you guys once we get to Symphony Station and begin exploring the station. I'll see you guys when we get to Symphony. By the way, if you're curious where I am, this is where I am right now. Currently just relaxing, Temperature is overall pretty nice. If you want to know the temperature, it's actually surprisingly 81 degrees. Look at that. And it'll be 83 a little bit more later on. It's weird. We've been getting a whole lot of different temperatures lately. I don't know. We've been getting staggering temperatures, and then we got the medium temperatures. We say in the medium line. I don't know. We've been getting so many different temperatures that it's almost weird to think that we're always getting different weathers every single day. What do you guys think? Is it weird? I guess this is New England weather, am I right? Look at that. We have the party train. So here we are, chat, exploring Symphony Station one last time before it gets closed. So there's kind of a glimpse of it. Looks kind of standard. It looks kind of boring, to be honest. If you think about it, it doesn't look very adequate. There's some seats right there. There doesn't seem to be a lot of move when it comes to exploring Symphony here. I mean, is there even anything you can do here? But man, we can continue exploring. So really over there's nothing. But here we have seats that are lots of trash. So let's see. We have signs here. We got the in-between 2023 version of this map. We have the fares, which this is inaccurate. This is from 2018 possibly. And then you have this. Last train leaves at 12:50 a.m. featuring 3705, which, if you don't know, it is actually crashed. It's crashed and it's no more. So we got doors, we got fare gates, and we have fare machines. Do we got anything here? Nope. So, I want to ask you something. What I just caught a Type 9 on an E branch. Oh no, never mind. So this is the
lobby of Symphony Station. There are two exits. You have that one, which does contain a map, and you have this side. So let's go to this side first. Let's see what's over here. I'm pretty sure they lead out to the same exit anyways. And don't mind me, I just picked up a bunch of trolley carts. So there's that one, and there's that one. Let's go this way. And as you can probably tell, we didn't find an elevator. So that's an issue. At least you got a big T logo. Welcome outside of Symphony Station. So, yeah, this is Symphony. This is literally the outside of Symphony Station. So in truth, there's not much to be had here. So, you only get stairs that will lead you to the Green Line station in question. But, if you want to get to the opposite side, you have to get out of that station and walk to the opposite side to get the opposite side of the train. And when I mean that 39 uses that ramp below to get to Gainsborough Street. So you have to get off at Gainsborough Street, otherwise you're more likely screwed. As you can see, the 39 is currently using it. So, because there's not much to do, this might not be as much of a thorough analysis that I would initially thought it would be. So, yeah, Symphony Station is one of those stations that doesn't really have much accessibility. You only have stairs, maybe a ramp, but you don't really have any other way to get to the station besides these stairs. So there's not really much to be had that you can do while you're here at Symphony, because there is a lot of rust, a lot of poor structure going around, and there's not a lot of creativity. I mean, sure, there's art and yeah, whatnot. Yeah, there's art and you can believe it, but there's just not a whole lot to it with the station. You just have stairs, fare machines, and not a lot to it besides just these two. And even worse, one of them doesn't even work. And we just got a fare fader. So, in reality, what can you really do in the station? There's nothing you can do here because it's, well, dead. It's dead as winter, I guess. But there's just not a lot to do here. Like, I mean, let's see if we go the other way. Because if there's nothing to do, then what is the point? I feel like when they remodel the station, they might make it a whole lot better. So let's see. Let's go the opposite way. And looks the same. Nothing's changed. So everything's just the same as it is. So that's it. That's Symphony for you. There's not much to it. It's nice overall, but it definitely needs an overhaul and an upgrade. How do we kind of just finish Symphony Station? Let's rate it. What do we rate Symphony Station? The only good thing here about Symphony Station, at least, is you get a direct connection to the Route 1. So let's say if you're traveling from, let's say, Park Street, for example, you want to get to
I don't know, Cambridge, but you don't want to take the red line for some odd reason. Actually, no, let's use a better scenario. Imagine you're at Northeastern University and you want to get to Cambridge, but you don't want to use the red line because it's much of a hassle. So, you can get off at the station over there and you can walk to the bus stop to get the Route 1 to Harvard. And pretty much, if you're going to the opposite way, you can get off at that bus stop and then walk that way to the entrance over there and then get the train to East Street. So, it's not a terrible design, but you can see the point. Like, there's not a lot of variety that you can do here at Symphony. So, with that being said, oh, by the way, if you're curious on what the station actually looks like from the inbound platform, well, here we go. Very pretty plan too. Nothing much to see here. Same as the outbound platform, actually, to be honest. So, not much to see here, so let's talk about the station really quickly because we didn't get to do as much here, but we kind of explored the entire premise of it. So, the interior design. Well, I'll be honest, it's okay. But why? Why did I put it as an okay, you know? Well, through my experience, I felt like there wasn't much to really do while you're in Symphony. The whole environment looks kind of empty. I mean, you have some stuff in the station, but it's not like it's, you know, there's not a whole lot. There just isn't a whole lot of variety. It's just maps. It's just one or like a barely any few pieces of art, and barely any much that you can see. So the creativity there already kind of draws it down a little bit. So I feel like the creativity needs to be a bit more better, you know, here. Because, you know, a couple of other stations, they have pretty nice art, but it keeps the creativity to at least a decent level while also maintaining the structure and the accessibility. For example, I don't know, Harvard. Harvard, let's say Harvard, I guess. Harvard has a decent amount of accessibility, a good amount of creativity in it, because you have the busway, you also have the platform, and you also have like a whole like lobby, a bigger lobby compared to any other station. And then you have accessibility. Oh boy. The accessibility there is limited. Oh boy. When I tell you the accessibility is limited, I'm telling you, I saw no elevators whatsoever. In fact, this is the only ramp you'll actually see around here. There is no other ramp here that'll get you to the station. You are physically screwed. You are screwed. You have to go to like another station to actually get around on the green line because this station does not have any elevators nor any ramps, which is really bad for a green line station. But then again, I don't know how much of a ridership this station in particular gets. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think there should be some accessibility station? I mean, honestly, there could be, you know, maybe like one or two elevators, like one in that platform and one in the inbound platform. That would be perfect, you know. Not too much accessibility, just limited, you know. So there goes that. There is no accessibility whatsoever besides just stairs. And then you have the structure. The structure doesn't look that great. Okay, look, for one, what did the structure look like? I mean, it was barely above average. I mean, it's okay, but it could be a lot more better, you know? Like, I feel like they don't really put too much effort into actually building the structure. But then again, it is an 85-year-old station, so it does make sense why, you know, the structure doesn't look that great. But then again, I would expect to do some minor upgrades, you know? Like they do to some other stations. They kind of do, like, minor upgrades to stations. So why don't they do that for Symphony, you know? But overall, I think the station is just okay. I don't think the station is pretty good in my opinion. I mean, it does serve a pretty busy area, sure, but besides that, there really isn't a whole lot that you could really do here at Symphony Station. So, what do I think? Well, based on my analysis, the structure was way out of touch. 2, the creativity there is kind of really bland, and you really can't find much that amazes you at all in the station, maybe besides like 1 or 2 pieces of art, but that's it. And then 3, the overall accessibility, which is terrible. You have no accessibility. You only have stairs to actually get around the station. So, what do I think they might improve in this station? Honestly, because of what I'm seeing, I may assume they might actually put elevators, which obviously that's their main requirement, put elevators in. But I do also wish they put ramps in the station so that those on wheelchairs can actually get to the platform with ease, or get to the station with ease. Because, or actually no, they would use an elevator to get down the station. But like a ramp, instead of taking the stairs, they can use a ramp downwards to the actual platform itself and wait for a train. Rather than kind of just, struggling, So, obviously they'll probably put elevators and ramps. So I hope they do, and I do hope that they'll put some creativity into the station, because honestly, if they put creativity in the station, I'll actually probably be pretty good. And I'm pretty sure the structure's gonna get overall 10 times better than what it looks to now. But by the time when the new station actually opens up, we will come back to the station and we will do another revisitation and re-explore it. We will re-explore the station and we'll give our second and improved rating based on how good they reconstruct Symphony Station. Otherwise, I give the station overall, from beforehand, before it gets constructed, I'll give it an okay standard, maybe 65 out of 100. It's not the greatest, but at the same time, it's not the complete worst. It may be bad, but it's not the complete worst. But otherwise, that is all for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you guys did, please like the video. Comment down below if you guys want to see more of these types of exploration videos. Maybe I can do more when more stations close. Or if you guys want to see some bus rides or mall series, what do you guys like? Comment down below. And also subscribe to the channel. Remember, 2,000 subscribers, and we will have the opportunity to hear my real name, because I think you guys deserve it at this point. But without that being told, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. I will see you guys in the next video whenever I can, and talk to you guys later. Peace out!